What's up everyone, I'm Wyatt with Up Gaming, and today we're going to be taking a look at my team that I'm taking into the level 70 Necropolis that doesn't have any 5 stars on it. So the idea kind of came about because my buddy of mine, he's been trying to clear these runs, get the Necropolis done, and he hasn't pulled a lot of 5 stars, so he's been struggling getting the win on some of these stages, and he was wondering if there was a team that could pull him through. So when I took a look at his box, I noticed he had a Hanabi, and I wanted to try to put together a team just to kind of buff up the Hanabi based on what he had, and get those dubs so he could finish the runs and farm out those weapons that the Necropolis offers. So going ahead and looking at the team here, we have Hanabi as the lead. Hanabi is the whole reason that this team is able to work and kind of get these runs done. This whole team is geared toward buffing Hanabi, getting the damage out. Because the way Hanabi works is she is a bomb-based leader. So when she ulties, she's going to be putting bombs out that are going to fly around the board, and they're going to flip up and they're going to help do damage and explode when they hit the enemy. Her skill is giving 100% skill gauge to fire units, so it's helping getting these bombs off right away. So right when the battle starts, she's going to ulti, she's going to get those bombs rolling. Every time a ball hits the flippers, every time one of her bombs goes down, hits that power flip, it's going to heal for the first 5 times. And then when she's direct hits, she's going to get a 40% to the total damage dealt. So the idea of the team was to buff Hanabi as much as possible. This is being done. We have Bianca, who is giving the leader extra damage. He is going to be providing that 25% attack to leader and 15% damage dealt to a debuffed enemy. On the Susuzu column, we have Jake, and Jake is going to be offering a 40% total attack increase for the leader. So now we've got Bianca and Jake that are both supporting Hanabi, trying to get those skills off as fast as we can. So we have Suzu right here as the lead. She's buffing that skill gauge. She's going to keep on pumping up the Hanabi column, as well as Hanabi is going to be getting a huge skill gauge buff from the weapon that she has equipped right now. So if we look at the Prometheus blade that Hanabi has equipped, skill is activated by this unit, plus 15% to skill damage for fire units up to that maximum of 75%, and then every 15 times a ball launches off the flippers, so when Hanabi's bombs hit the power flip and they go up for those first 10 times, you're going to be getting 7.5% to the skill gauge for this unit. So with the Prometheus blade on Hanabi, and as the soul on Hanabi and Jin, it means we're going to be stacking up that skill gauge a lot. We're going to be increasing our fire ulti skill damage with those bombs moving off the power flippers consecutively. We also have Jin. Jin's going to be our healer. He's going to be keeping us alive. When Jin ultis, Jin is going to be restoring the HP of all party members. It's enhanced for the fire members of the party and also buffs up their attack. So he's going to be trying to keep the team alive, keep the run going. We also have Bianca. Bianca supporting Jin. So Bianca, as I went over earlier, she is giving that damage to the team, but she's also reducing the fire resistance of the enemy every time her skill goes off. So when Jin goes off to heal in tangent, we're also going to be reducing the fire resistance that the enemy has based off of her skill. We do have Falsh supporting Hanabi, which is kind of redundant because Falsh gets the ulti gauge up by sacrificing HP, but Hanabi's skill is going to be giving 100% skill gauge at the start. So it was the unit he had in his box that had investment in it, and it is going to be giving the 25% attack to Hanabi and dealing 10% of max HP as the cost of this ability. But it is something that he had built up, and we kept it on the team. Alright guys, we're going to hop on into this Necropolis run, see if we can get the win with this team with lacking that 5 star. And right away, as you guys see, the team is going to pop all their ultis off, because we have Hanabi doing the plus 100% to fire units, and we have Susuzu, who is going to be buffing her own skill gauge with her effect, so she's putting herself at 100, which is then going to be buffing the ulti of Hanabi's gauge by 30%. Which is kind of redundant with this build in the beginning because, I mean, they're all ulting right away and it is out of order. So after the first ulti, we did have Susuzu then ulti secondary, which then did stack the Hanabi into time. So they're all bursting together and functioning as they should. Didn't lose too much HP there either, which is nice. I do have a feeling as this run goes on, we are going to get pretty low on HP. So once again, Hanabi is ulting, we get the multi-balls going off, so we're increasing our gauge with that Prometheus blade. We are healing, we are getting damage to stack up for fire skill damage. We have Suzu ulting again, which then fills up Hanabi's skill gauge even more. So the Prometheus blade and Suzu are really pumping up Hanabi because Hanabi has ultied 2 or 3 times already just in this phase of the boss, and we are just stacking that damage. We're going to be ulting here again, so Hanabi's now going one more time. Jin is going to pop the heal. So as you guys can see, this team is just all about kind of just activating that Hanabi ulti and getting that damage done to progress to the next stage. This is the phase that I'm not so sure about. I have a feeling that this is going to be a little a little dicey, especially if we don't hit those breakpoints on auto here. And I do believe that running this dungeon on manual, even though it might not be as efficient, that would make these runs a little smoother and would get them done without being so dicey, because as you can see, Hanabi and Suzu are losing all their HP. Oh gosh. But the multi-balls are doing the damage that I thought they would, and it clears up the run. So there we go, guys. We've got the level 70 Necropolis run done without the 5-star and just the Hanabi as the leader. This team does work to get this done. I do recommend replacing the Falsh if you can. That was all that was available to us to try this out, but it is possible to beat that Necropolis without that 5-star if you have a Hanabi. So it is a pretty fun team, and it gets the job done. I appreciate you guys stopping by to watch the World Flipper videos. If you guys have been beating the Necropolis without a 5-star, I'd love to know the teams. Comment down below what teams you're using, who you're taking in to clear out these Necropolis runs without your 5-star lead. And as always, guys, remember, if you hit that thumbs up, it'll help bring my rates up. Peace, guys.